The year is 1862. Amidst the chaos of the Civil War, the absence of Southern political opposition allowed the North to push through sweeping legislation aimed to developing the West. Elias Vance, unable to fight on the battlefield, was given a new weapon for his war against the land, the Homestead Act. This was a glorious promise: 160 acres of public land, virtually free, requiring only 5 years of continuous occupation and improvement. Elias's grown son, Thomas, staked his claim, a symbol of hope and freedom. However, the Homestead Act had a dark, pragmatic legislative partner, the Pacific Railway Acts. To secure the rapid construction of a transcontinental railway, critical for national unity and commerce, the U.S. government gifted the railroad corporations not just the right-of-way, but vast tracts of public land. For every mile of track laid, the companies received checkerboard squares of land stretching 10 miles on either side. This created a profound disparity. The homesteader received land with great difficulty and labor. The railroad corporations received prime land near proposed stations and sold it at high prices, instantly becoming the biggest landlords and speculators in the West. The true problem was monopoly power. As the railroad tracks drew closer to Vance's Grove, the corporations dictated the freight rates. They were notoriously arbitrary and steep, often raising prices just before harvest when Elias and Thomas had no alternative but to ship their crops. Every bushel of grain they grew had a hefty, unavoidable slice taken by the railroad, a company ironically subsidized by Elias's own taxes. Meanwhile, Elias's daughter, Clara, sought another form of policy support: the Morrill Land Grant Act of 1862. This act was designed to foster agricultural and mechanical education by granting federal land to states to fund public colleges. Clara saw the genius in the concept: knowledge against rust, science against soil exhaustion. Yet the implementation was flawed. The granted land was often sold by the states to speculators rather than directly to the poor farmers. While the colleges introduced the revolutionary concept of government-sponsored agricultural research and extension, the benefit was initially tilted toward those who could afford the time and travel to access it. Ultimately, the policies of the 1860s provided the farmers with the land and the knowledge to produce, but simultaneously handed control over the profits of that production to the monopolistic railroads. Next teaser. While the North and West fought the monopolies of the railroad, the South was trapped in an entirely different economic chain. The next part reveals how the failure of federal policy created a debt-driven existence for formerly enslaved people.